Hello, welcome to the Wednesday Live Hangout featuring me. Top chat goes to live chat, and there we go. Hello and welcome everybody. Right now there's nobody, but I'm here. So we'll wait for a few people to get on and then we'll talk. Got it. New pin chat. Okay. We'll go over to live chat there. And how's the sound? Everything working good? Working okay? Alrighty. Well, good evening, everybody, on this Wednesday. I don't know where you guys are, but the last couple of days it got really warm here. All the snow melted. It rained. It got really warm. It got up to about 60. That's warm for us right now. And now it's snowing again. It's like in the 20s and it's snowing again. So, got my warm winter hat on. How's everybody doing? It's been a bit. I didn't do my live stream last week. You know, I didn't feel like doing it. I rearranged my room, so it might look the same to you, but I'm in a whole different part of my office right now, and it's coming along pretty good. What do you guys think about this? So, behind me, we have this nice blue wall. We got these wooden beams here, but what I was thinking is, what if I did like, I don't know how I would do it, but probably there's got to be something out there. I got to look into it. Stone wall. Kind of looks like a dungeon. Right here and here. Just these two walls. Just for when I do my live streams. The rest of the room will stay as it is, which is all blue. I can hang up my my paintings and pictures and stuff like that. But over here, it'll be all dungeon-y looking. I think that might be cool. So that's what I've been working on, is just reorganizing the room, just getting the house in order. Got a lot of vlogs to edit for you guys. Working on one tonight, but unfortunately, I don't like to post them too late, so I'm not going to post it tonight. It'll probably be posted tomorrow sometime. So, unfortunately, I found that when I post them too late, a lot of people don't see them. Maybe it just works in the algorithm that way. I don't know. I don't know when the best time for you guys to watch it. For you guys, I don't know. Probably different times for everybody. I don't know why this does this over here. It kind of stops. I like to have that live so I can see what's going on for me here. But I figured we'd do a little hangout tonight. Do the pups love the new house? Yeah, I think so. I really think they do, because here, at the other house, I would when they would go outside, I'd have them on a lead. And here, I just open the door and they go outside and they wander around and they have fun. So yeah, there's a lot more land for them to run around, and it's more secluded from the neighbors. I do have neighbors, but they're a lot further away than my other house. So I think they really like it a lot. I really like it a lot. The only problem is, which you'll see in an upcoming vlog, that the basement and the garage started to flood. And not sure what to do about that. Called some professionals to come look at it, but the first place I call, I can't see it until mid-April. That's 2 months away. And the other one can't see it for another 2 weeks. So I don't know. Got a lot, and I'm really behind on the vlogs. And I know I said this in several other live streams and several videos, but it's so far behind. It's almost a month behind. Like my last video that I posted just a couple days ago was my birthday vlog, and my birthday was in January. So I guess that's what happens when you start vlogging every day, but you only post every few days. It starts to get really behind. So maybe I'm going to take a break of vlogging everything, except for if something really comes along that I feel like vlogging, I'll vlog that until I get caught up there. I forgot what I was going to do today, and now I remembered, and it's too late. I'll have to do it tomorrow. If you're just joining us, welcome to the live stream hangout with me. We got the pups over there too. They're both laying over there on the... Well, there's a nice big rug right there, but Andy's laying on the floor tiles. So I don't know why he does that. If I was him, I'd be laying on the rug. Don't have a sump pump. All the years this house, the inspector, we've only had it for like 2 months, and the inspector said no flooding problems here. And you're supposed to disclose that information. I find it very, very hard that it's just a brand new problem after the house being around for as long as it has been, that not only the basement, which was right down here in the corner right here, that's how I first found it out. By the way, I ended up buying the mesh network for my internet. And if you can see, it's right there. It's that like white box there. And there's 2 other hubs around my house. So now my internet works a lot better throughout the house. I can check on all of those things. But as I was installing it, I noticed down there when I was going, through the wires and everything, it was wet. I was like, why is it wet over here? And it was like pooling water like in the corner over there. And I didn't think too much of it, except for like, I hope it doesn't flood even more than this, because it's going to, all my stuff is down here. My computer, all my, this is where I'm doing my live streams. And then I went into the room directly behind this wall right here, and the whole wall on the side water was coming in. It was actually pooling up, and there's a rug in there. We want to take it out anyway, but the rug was pooling water. And you'll see all of this in an upcoming vlog. But yeah, like that was pretty, that wasn't a good feeling, because like they literally told us that there was no flooding. The inspector, the words of the inspector was, when we actually looked at the house, he said, we just had like the worst rain we've had in the last 10 years. Cause it had rained right before we did the inspection. He goes in, there's no flooding problems at all. I'm like, okay, good. But when you buy a house, they're supposed to disclose if it floods or not. And they didn't. Because I remember when I bought my house, there was a little bit of a leak coming in through the foundation. And it wasn't a big problem because it went right down to like a drain that was near the wash machine. So it wasn't that big of a problem. But since you know that it's leaking a little bit, and it would only do this when like, in the spring when all the snow is melting, it's all wet, all the ice is melting, and it starts raining and it gets really bad. That's the only time it would really water would kind of seep in. But you got to you got to disclose it to, if you ever sell the house again. And they didn't do that. So I'm wondering, we've only been here for 2 months now, and it's, and it's pooling in the garage too. And I don't know why. I know this is probably boring or anything talking about this stuff, but it's pooling. I don't know where it's coming from. And I'm like taking a broom and I'm sweeping all the water out, and then it just keeps pooling back in. So I have a dehumidifier in the other room, and it hasn't flooded again since the first time, but the garage won't stop. So anyway, what do we have in the... Is it just really cold where I am? I just felt like wearing the hat. I was looking for it and I found it. I for a minute there, I thought I lost it. I thought it was lost in the move. And this was one of my favorite ones. And I just found it. So I threw it on. And yeah, it's warm in the house. I got a fire going upstairs. But yeah, I'm the kind of person that would rather it be a little bit colder in my house, and I can like put a hoodie on and stuff, than having it be really, really too hot. I just don't like, because I think it goes hand in hand with like being claustrophobic. I just don't like it when it's too hot. I feel like I need to escape the heat and, go outside, open a door, which cools off pretty fast right around here right now. It's like, what's the 24 degrees right now. What is up, Mary's Test Kitchen? Hey there, how's it going? We're just talking about home stuff right now. So yeah, I got the mesh network up. So here's another thing that I was going to say while I was talking about that. So down here, my computer, so I can stream, is directly connected to a landline. So I'm getting the full internet, what I need to do this. But upstairs in the rest of the house doesn't really get good signal without this network that I put up throughout the house. And mainly because I have a few different like little cameras that I set up throughout the house so I can see the dogs when I'm not around. And then I recently got the Ring doorbell, and it wasn't connecting. So it would like go off, but then I wouldn't be able to connect to it. So it was like, by the time it finally connected, like 5 minutes later, like there was nothing to look at or anything. So I figured like if I want to be able to use any of these things, I need better internet throughout there. But the other thing is there was a camera outside the house when I moved here. And one day I tried to sync it up to my my internet through my phone, and I couldn't really get it to work. But then all of a sudden, it after hours of trying with the other ones, like it discovered it. So I was like, oh my God, and I couldn't get it to work. So there was that camera happened to be the same company of the other little cameras that I placed in my house for my dogs. So I clicked on the help support and I started talking to technical support, and I was like, I just wanted to know if I could set this camera up. And they're like, what's the ID code? I gave them all that stuff, and they're like, it is set up right now. And I'm like, they're like, it's active right now. And I'm like, and then they gave me like, this is the email address that it's connected to. And obviously it was all like, the first half of it was all blocked out, but it would, the last 4 letters, and like, it was like Yahoo or whatever. And it was the original people that lived in this house before me. So they could still look at the camera. I go, it's active, like whoever is connected to my internet, but they could still use it from like remotely from anywhere. I'm like, so I told them like I just recently bought this house. And so they're like, well, we can send the person an email to unbind it. And if they don't get back to us, then we can go ahead and unbind it for you within 30 days. So I'm like, oh, okay. So of course they never replied to the email, and I waited 30 days, and I just recently contacted them back. And after a little bit of troubleshooting, we got it working. So now I have an extra camera that I never even thought I would have that looks out on outside. So that was pretty cool. Anyway. Yeah, I need to check the walls for water damage. The only problem is there's a big stone wall on the other side of this wall where it was coming in from. And I don't know if that was like a facade to help hide maybe what was going on there. We don't know. So something that I'm going to have to look into, especially when the professionals come and take a look at it. So I've been looking at it too to make sure it's not. Every day I go down there and look at it. I got a little dryer that I have. It's a professional dryer that my friend let me borrow because I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was last summer my parents' basement flooded, and I went over there and helped them get all the junk out of there. And we had that. My friend let them borrow that dryer. So now it's over here, and it's all dry in there now. But the garage is still flooding, and that's not fun. I had to move it's like right where I put the wood. You guys don't know about that either because you're not caught up. I'm not caught up on editing the vlogs that far out, but I ended up buying a face cord of wood and stacking it in there, and now it's, the bottom pieces are all wet. Anyway, what else was I gonna say here? I got a package that I could open, or I could wait for a secret vlog and do it, or I could do both. I know the company, but I don't know what the product is, so let's go ahead and open it. It's you know, I'm disappointed that I haven't been able to go to a natural products expo like I normally do. Like, that was one of the events that happened twice a year that I would get so excited for. And I mean, it was just so much fun. It was also productive, but it was so much fun. And I would go every year. Well, Expo West is coming up in a couple weeks in Anaheim, and I'm missing it again this year. But I was able to talk to the company here. This company is Michelle's Granola. And so I met Michelle and I got to talk to her. And then just, I think the way that I ended up getting in contact with this company, I was at a local restaurant years ago here in Syracuse, Strong Hearts Cafe. And I was in there, and there was just a guy that came in and ordered his food and sat down. I think we ordered pizza, so it must have been a Friday. They used to do Friday pizza. And I think he started talking to us. And he ordered a pizza, and because on Friday they would only have pizza. Their other menu was gone, just pizza. So I think we decided to like trade a pizza, our pizza, for a piece of his pizza. And he started talking to us, and then it turned out like, you know, he was vegan and he worked for this vegan company, and then he told me about it, and it was Michelle's Granola. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. He's like, well, give me your contact information and I'll get some packages sent to you so you can try it out. And then after that, then I went to the expos and I met them. And anyway, let's see what we got. Okay, let's see here. We got a postcard letter, and it says, well, you know, it's to me, so I can read this, but it's to Chris. Hope I'm well, and the fresh new goods. Hope I love them all, and yeah, and looks like we have. Oh, okay. I'm reading what they are, but I don't want to read them I want to show you guys what they are. Cool. And I got a few coupons for, looks like $1 off of any Michelle's products. And they do sell these products at my Wegmans, which is a good thing. It's so weird because I was just thinking about granola. Last night. Oh, I got hooked up. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm a chocolate lover. Chocolate lovers granola. I remember the first time I ever had granola. My parents had to go somewhere, so my uncle babysat and watched me and my brother, and that was like the only time like we had ever gone over there, and we actually spent the night there. And then my uncle he would buy granola in the bulk, which was, you know, new to us because we had only had like junk cereal when we were little. And we were pretty little. I mean, probably 10. I was 10 or 11. And then we had granola, and I didn't know what it was, but he's like, here, eat this. And I tried it, and I loved it. I was like, oh my God, Mom, can you get granola? And she's like, it's really expensive. And anyway, that was my introduction to granola. I still remember the first time I had it. Do you guys remember the first time you had granola? Okay, so what was the other one? Oh, I didn't even tell you the name of it. I'm telling you guys a story over here. Story time, Chris. This is salted maple pecan. Pecan. I should have brought some oat milk and a bowl and a spoon down here, and I could have just ate this in front of you guys. And now we have ginger hemp. Boom. Takes a minute for that focus. And what else do we got? I like this packing stuff. I could put this in front of the light and have like a nice little shadow. A nice little, but if I just want to get rid of it, I can use it in the fireplace. So I'll probably, you know, I could just wrap it around that light right there. I'll do that another time though. It'll make for like a weird little shadow on the wall. Look at that. It's pretty nice. That's how lighting people, when movies and stuff, do the nice aesthetic look. They got to really make it pop. What else do we have here? These are all the new products, by the way. We've got cinnamon raisin. And the last one is apple cinnamon. So I am totally stocked up with granola. This is muesli, not granola. So yeah, granola. This is the only muesli. Toasted. And this is probably the best granola that I've ever had. I haven't had these flavors. They're new, obviously. But anyway, there we go. Thank you, Michelle. I'll put these over here. And we'll go back to our live stream like nothing ever happened. Anyway. It does sound good, doesn't it? I'm thirsty now. Trying to drink more water. My memory, it's an unusual. Yeah, I remember everything. Seriously. If you saw my last vlog, you'll know that I remembered my principal from kindergarten. And of course, Ziggy. Everybody knows that one. That watched my last live stream. Is it weird? But I'm kind of craving a bowl of granola with some oat milk. Pecans make your kid's face swell and melt. Oh, like the guy, RoboCop. The toxic industrial waste. Yep. You know that Peter Weir, the guy that played RoboCop, I don't know if he still is, but he was a professor right here at Syracuse University. Never heard of that company. Well, if you find it, Wegmans, the Wegmans around here carries Michelle's granola. Grab a bowl of granola. I could have a crunchy bowl of granola, but that would probably be annoying for everybody. Just we always end up talking about food and then I get hungry. I could see that happening right now. I'm kind of hungry. So what else? Any I know we totally missed a whole week of a live stream. What else is going on? What else can we talk about? I have I don't know how good this is, but I have this this party game, Blockbuster party game. It looks like a VHS tape. And I think it's a trivia game. A movie game for anyone who has ever seen a movie. Okay, if you've seen a movie, this game is for you. Or maybe we should wait and I should like promote it. And I could say, hey guys, meet me at a live stream on this certain day and time and we'll play the Blockbuster movie game. Maybe more people will show up. Or more people that actually want like the trivia games. Raise your hand if you like trivia games. I do. I smell like a fireplace. I smell like I was just like moving around like the wood and the stuff in there before I came down here to do this. And I can still smell. I like the smell of a fireplace. Well, of a nice fire. Your hand is raised. Yeah, Peter Weller. Yeah, I got that mixed up. Everybody wants to. What? Uh-oh, what was my question? What was my question? I told everybody to raise their hand, and then I'm like, okay. Should we play this now? Wait, we had the where'd it go? Oh, I think I moved it when I moved this whole entire. We never got through the second part of the. I have the horror movie trivia, and then I got the blockbuster movie trivia. Let's at least open it, since everybody raised their hand. Open it up, and we'll just see what's in it. Do you like trivia? Was the first question. Yeah. Everybody answered that. Everybody liked it. What is going on here? Oh, I'm like pretending it's like an actual VHS tape trying to open it, but it opens like that, which is kind of how a VHS tape opened. Okay, what is this? What is this? Who doesn't like to read instructions? I don't. What is going on here? Okay, so this is one word, quote it, act it. Oh, you got to act it out? You guys can't act it out. I'd be the only one that can do that. Quote it, one word. Big potato games. I like potatoes. Who likes potatoes? Playing with the original. The rules. The object is to be the first team to collect 2 movie cards from... Oh, I just want to read trivia. I don't want to like play a complicated over the internet screen game. Let's just see if these are like questions, and I'm just going to kind of go through them because maybe we can improvise. I would have to act this out for you guys to guess these. See, these aren't questions about movies. Like, for example, the first one says Pokemon, Detective, and Pikachu. Heartwarmers. Would I have to act them out and get you guys to guess? See, this is what happens when you don't like to read directions. Okay, so this is a movie. Not for kids, it says. And this one is... They're act it, quote it, and then this is oh, these are cool little VHS cards. Little VHS cards. Okay, so this one, head to head. So, yeah, they're not really trivia. This is like, for instance, movies where someone can fly. Superman. Superman 2. Superman 3. Superman 4. Fantastic Four. We're talking about potatoes. How's it going? Exploring with Anthony, Thomas. If you guys just joined us, we're just kind of looking at this brand new movie game, and I don't know how to play it, but it looks like it could be fun. Maybe. I kind of just like to just do the trivia ones, though. Heartwarmers. Okay, let me try to... What is it, the heartwarmer? It looks like you need a whole team to play, so I'd have to like... I'd have to like change the rules a little bit in order to play with you guys. So I'll look into this later, another time, and then maybe we can play it next time. But I could go get the horror trivia. I don't know if everybody... How many people are into horror trivia? Because I know some of you are like, nope, I don't like horror movies, so I don't know any of the questions. Yeah, we would need a big Zoom, wouldn't we? A little tiny screens for like 38 people. Well, Wonder Woman doesn't fly. She's got the invisible jet. I mean, I thought that they were saying people can fly. Like, I mean, technically snakes on a plane, right? Because they're flying. But I thought it meant like a superpower fly. Fly. Hey, Sabrina. You want to do this now? I can go grab the horror trivia. I think. Is it over there? Hold on 1 second. Let me go see if it's over there. I think I have... Where'd it go? Guys, it's not where I thought it was, so I'm going to have to look for it another time and we can play. Unless I left it over here somewhere. But I thought I put it on a shelf and I don't see it. All I see is an elf. Oh, haha. It's right here. And there's another trivia game. Oh, maybe we can play this. Okay, so I need to put this Blockbuster one away for now. Let's see if I can wrap it back up without these cards falling apart. But I got horror movie and I got another one. So let's check out that other one. Maybe it's more of a... These are like... People know I like trivia, so they get me trivia games for like Christmas or birth. I think I got those for Christmas. It's not working. It's not working. Wonder Woman does fly. She didn't when I was a kid. Can she really fly or does she just jump really? Because I remember watching the original and she had an invisible jet. If she could fly, why did she have a jet? Wonder Woman was one of my favorites too when I was a little kid. I had a Wonder Woman puzzle when I was like 3. But I used to watch it back in the 70s. You remember the original Wonder Woman? Okay, here we go. Put that back in there. We'll come back to this another day. It just comes in a cool package. All right, so we have the horror trivia, which we've already done. We've done half of the cards there. We still have half the ones to go. Yeah, I don't remember Wonder Woman flying either. Can we fact check that? Calling Wonder Woman? So this is the game. 90s. Does anybody remember the 90s? The trivia game of the decade contains 1,000 questions. Let's check it out. Oh, is it another thing where I gotta like write stuff down? I just want to read off questions and answers. Did I already open this before? I must have. I thought it was brand new. Guess not. Okay, so there's a bunch of questions right here. And then there's a bunch of unopened questions. So why don't we go with the open ones? We'll see how we'll give a few a try. We'll see how it is. If it's no fun, we'll go right over to the horror. Okay, here we go. I miss going to Blockbuster too. I still have my Blockbuster card. Where is it? I just saw it the other day. I don't know. It's somewhere. Probably over there again. But yeah, it was fun going to Blockbuster. I'd always go late when they were like vacuuming the carpet with all the popcorn. You guys remember that? Oh, you guys saw the puppy? Oh, yeah, there's a puppy behind. There's a puppy to the side of me and a puppy behind me. He heard me. He heard me. Okay. Go sit down. Go lay down. Go lay down. All right, here we go. I'm going to shuffle them so we're not cheating like it matters. Sorry, guys. I got to put the reading glasses on. This is really small. Okay, I'm just going to read the first one. This is music, and anybody can jump in. Which Alanis Morissette song isn't actually filled with any examples of the title? Oh, snap. I actually know this. I'll answer it with you guys if you guys come up with the answer before I turn it around and look at it. Nothing like the smell of a Blockbuster on a Friday night. You get 2 movies and some snacks, some popcorn. Yes, it is. It is ironic. Let's find out if they know the answer. Yep, ironic, isn't it? There's no forms of irony in that. Okay, I don't even know that. I'm not going to read it. Really? What is Missy Elliott's first name? What is Missy Elliott's first name? It's kind of ironic, isn't it? Is that a real question? Missy? Close. Melissa, there we go. Marky got it. It's Melissa. Is that a real question? That's like, what is Chris's real name? What is my real name? Christopher? Okay, here. How about this one? I feel like these are too easy. The lyrics, all right, stop, collaborate, and listen, were by which Frosty artist? I tried my best not to sing it and just read it. And I actually say this all the time. Yep. Zachary got it right. Whenever anybody says, all right, stop, I'll finish it. Does anybody else do that? You know you're from the 90s. All right. I don't know. I feel like these questions are way too easy. Oh, I was just talking about this song. Who sang I'm a Fire Starter, a Twisted Fire Starter? Was literally just talking about it. In the video, he's like... Da, 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 da. Where's my 90s aficionados? Mike, Stacy, 50, Prodigy. Yep. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. That was an easy one. Oh, okay, how about this one? Who remembers this? What were the names of Will Smith's aunt and uncle in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Crystal Librarian. There we go. I think Linda got it first. Phil and Viv. Uncle Phil and Vivian Banks. Alrighty. On to the next one. Here we go. Mary got it. A lot of people got it. Oh, I think I know this one too, even though I was a little bit old when this came out. Which children's show included the characters of Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil, and Angelica? I think I know it. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. And I bet you guys know it too. Yep. Rugrats. Everybody knew that. We know our 90s kids here. Okay. Wait, what's this? Oh, no. I remember that, but I don't know. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I know this one. Okay, here we go. In Star Trek, The Next Generation, what was the name of the android played by Brent Spiner? I worked with a guy named Brent Spiner. Data was pretty awesome. Data could calculate. You know, he saved them quite a few times. Good old Data. If only we have. Okay, how about this? Ready? Platform 9 3/4. There's no such thing, is there? So the category here is who said or sang that. So who said that? Harry Potter. Correct. Harry Potter. You guys are too good. Alrighty then. Come on, these are too easy. I feel like we all know that one, right? Oh, how about this one? I want to see how many people know this one. Ace Ventura, right on that last one. But how about this one? The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. That was a good movie. How many people can spell his name, though? There we go, Mike. Kaiser Soze or Verbal from The Usual Suspects. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. This category is going to be movies. All right, let's do movies. Here we go. 10 Things I Hate About You is said to be a modernization of which Shakespearean comedy? I don't know. Come on, that's too hard for me. I don't know all my Shakespeare. Does anyone even know that? I'll go on to the next one, unless somebody knows your Shakespeare. I know that Shakespeare was born and died on his birthday, April 23rd. Mary got it. Mary is the Shakespeare genius. The Taming of the Shrew. Nice one there, Mary. Marky also got it. Wow, you guys, D Rabbit got it. I guess I just don't know Shakespeare, except for when he died and when he was born. You guys, yeah, I'm impressed with that one. I didn't know that. Okay, how about this one? In Home Alone, how does Kevin's mom eventually make it home? Well, I mean, there's a lot. They just want the last way that she made it home. Yeah, it's a van. She hitched a ride with a polka band. There we go, the polka van. John Candy. That was his, like, one-day shoot. Good old John Candy. All right. Oh, I don't know that. I'll read it anyway. In the 1991 Beauty and the Beast movie, what is the name of Belle's father? I don't know. I haven't seen the movie Noah with Russell Crowe. I don't think anybody knows this one. I'm just going to say the answer. Maurice. And no, not from I guess maybe like the Steve Miller Band. Some people call him Maurice, I don't know. And then which hip hop duo stars in the 90s movie House Party? I'm already singing the song. I like the movie ones. Yep, Kid and Play. Kid and Play is on the mic. We're too hype. Kid and Play. Doesn't that go back to the 80s though? 89, 90? Maybe early 90s. That was a long time ago. Okay, this one is back to who said it or sang it. The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club. Am I wrong in assuming that most of us know this? There we go. Tyler Durden. Tyler Durden. Correct. You can't handle the truth. These are like super easy and popular quotes. But I don't know the actor. I do know who played the actor. Who played the actor? Who played the character? How about we just that was the Jack Nicholson, but I don't remember who he played. Wait, what is this one? What's up? Wait, that's not a movie though. That is a. Okay, so some of these are like commercials and stuff too. How about this one? My first day as a woman and I'm getting hot flashes. Mrs. Doubtfire. Close with Tootsie. How about, do you guys want to do science and technology? I always like science. Let's try science. Oh, I know the name. I know this one. Without looking. In which year was Google founded? I'm going to say it too. So if I'm wrong, then you're going to see that I'm wrong right on it because I haven't flipped it over yet. But I'll say the answer after you guys start guessing. Oh wait, now I'm wondering if I think it was 1998. But now I'm wondering, was it 94? Because I know I was vegan before Google because people would ask and I'm like, well, Google didn't exist when I went vegan. But it's 1998. Yes, 1998. Boom. Who else got it right with me? 90. Mary got... I guess me and Mary got it right. 98. Oh, and Decor. What's up, Dom? All right, let's go on to the next one. Unless you guys want to hear my story about Google. Okay, wait, what? No. I don't. What? No. Going on to the next one. I didn't like those. From what Green Day album does the song Basket Case come from? Okay, we'll do this card. Oh, you guys want to know the story? Okay, I'll tell you guys the story. Wow. We're going to go way back to like early 1980s when I was just a little kid. My dad was reading a book. I think it was Carl Sagan's Cosmos, which is over there. In the book, it talks about the guy that came up with the number a Google, because a lot of people don't know, or at least they didn't for a long time, what Google actually meant. And it was a number. It was a big, huge number. It was a 1 with 100 zeros after it, and then it could get even bigger by a Googleplex. And he was trying to name the number, this huge number. He was trying to name this number. And I think this is around 1981. So I'm 6 years old. I'm 5 years old. See, because I can do math. And the guy didn't know what to name it, so he asked his nephew, his young nephew, what's a good word? And then the kid just said Google. So he named it Google. And then when I was in second grade, the teacher said we were going to talk about numbers today, and we were going to think about I remember she was asking the class, what is the biggest number? And I was the kind of kid that I wouldn't just blurt anything out. I was always like, I was kind of shy, but I was always like, call on me. She asked the class, who can think of what's the biggest number somebody can think of? And somebody's like, a gazillion. No, that's not a word. How about a billion? Yeah, that's a big number. Infinity. Nope, that's not a number. And I'm in the back going like, pick me. And she's like, Chris. And I'm like, a Google. And she's like, no, that's not a number. And I'm like, yes, it is a Google. And I got in trouble because the teacher said I was wrong, and I was just saying a Google. A Google is bigger than all these numbers. It's bigger than a billion and a trillion. And she's like, nope, that's not a real thing. You're just making stuff up. I'm like, no, I'm not. I got in trouble. So I told my parents what happened. Either that or my teacher told the parents what happened. I didn't get in, I was just a little kid. I didn't get in real. I just was told not to blurt out nonsense and whatever. So my dad ended up going in like the next day with the book and showing my teacher the number that I was right that she didn't even know. Okay. So then she apologized the next day. Chris actually was right with the Google, but for our purposes, we're not talking about numbers that big. Now that I'm thinking back at this, I need to find that teacher. Anyway, later on in life, I became one of the jobs that I had. I was an executive of one of the company, and I had to go to training. I had to go to regional training, and it was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with all the other executives from the stores like mine in the whole eastern region of all the different Pennsylvania, New York, all the New England states and everything. And we were in this boring class where we would sit there and I would get all tired and like try not to fall asleep and barely listen to what they're saying when I would get into a setting like this. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but that's how I am. And we're sitting in this big like auditorium, and I'm at this circular table with like 6 or 7 other executives with me, and I actually was sitting at a table with another executive in the Syracuse area that I knew, that we knew each other. We actually drove there together. And I'm sitting there trying not to fall asleep. And the guy that's training us he's talking about like, we hear things, very ubiquitous. We hear things every day that we might not even know what they mean. And he wanted to make a good point. He's like, for example, when I say the word Google, what comes to mind? A website, right? But does anybody actually know what it means? And I'm like, yeah, it's a number. And he's like, he was like blown away that I knew that it was a number, but it turned out I knew what it was more than he did that was teaching the class. He's like, you're right. It's a number. And I'm like, yep, it's a 1 with 100 zeros after. And he's like, okay. And the guy that I came there with, he looks over at me. He's like, Cooney. So that information came in handy because I actually woke up and I was like, I get to use some useless information that I never thought I would use again in my entire life. And it's happened to me twice, knowing what Google meant when, since I was 5 years old. So anyway, I think a lot of people know what it means nowadays, but probably some people still don't. And even if they did, some people probably don't know how big of a number it is. But anyway, that's what it is. That's my story about a Google. You're from Pittsburgh. Well, I was in Pittsburgh for that thing. And then I never went back to Pittsburgh again until a few years ago. And it was really fun because, as you probably know, Pittsburgh is the home of the zombies because George Romero is from Pittsburgh. George Romero did Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead and all those. And he got to start with Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So I actually went there where the movie was filmed. I went to Evans City Cemetery and then the Monroeville Mall there where they filmed Dawn of the Dead. And I met Greg Nicotero there. That's my... Do you want to hear something that I just cringe every time I tell the story? I hate telling the story because it makes me have a really bad feeling, but I'm going to tell it. Oh my God. So I was doing a YouTube video there and I'm in line to meet Greg Nicotero. Greg Nicotero, if you don't know, he's been famous for a long time, but he's most famous nowadays for directing The Walking Dead. But he was involved in with George Romero movies for a long time. So I'm going to meet Greg Nicotero. Obviously you got to pay to meet the people, which was fine. I paid for a photo and, get in line. He signs the photo. You take a picture with him. You talk to him. And I was with Rachel and Kathy and John from Veg Inspired. And we were in line and I told Rachel to film this. I'm like, film this. Cause I saw everybody talking to Greg as they were going up and they were all saying Negan. And you could tell that Greg was kind of it was kind of irritating that every person was like, so what are you doing with Negan? And he's just same thing we always do. Well, you'll have to find out. But I had a question that was totally different than everybody else's. So I go to meet Greg and he's like, hi, how you doing? And then I went to go take a picture with him and I go, Rachel, film this. And you can watch the video. So I go up to him. And I asked him, I go, if I were to go to your restaurant in Georgia, would I find any vegan meals on the menu? And his whole face lit up. He's like, yes, actually you would. And he's telling me and I don't even remember what he said. I think some burger or something was vegan. I'm like, oh, good to know, But I've never really been to Georgia. I've only driven through it. So I'm like, oh, that's awesome, And, and then we take a picture. Actually, he was on the good side that I wanted, but I'm like, I'm not going to mess with Greg. He gets the good side. So, and then he sees that Rachel is filming us and he asked me what I did or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I have a website or a YouTube channel, The Vegan Zombie or whatever. And he walked over to my camera and he looked in and he goes, how's it going, Vegan Zombie? And I was like, oh my God, he just said that. I'm totally going to put that in the end credits of all my videos or, something like that. And then I come over and here's the cringe part that I hate to think about. I come over there and Rachel's like, oh, I didn't know he was going to keep talking. I stopped it right before he did that. And I'm like, what? I'm like, you always record. Just record. I'm like pretending like it didn't happen. I'm like, you just record until I come back and say like, stop recording. Like you don't have to stop recording. And she totally stopped recording and I didn't get any of it. So I was like, oh my God, like, oh my, and I'm still saying, oh my God, she felt really bad and she like messaged him like, oh my God, he really loves you. And could you like, but he never looked at it. And I was just like, oh man, Greg Nicotero. But I got a picture with him and that was fun. So that's my cringe story. And I just, every time I talk about it, it's like, oh my God, how did that happen? How did that happen? How did you press stop on my camera? Why did you? But there's no reason to even think about it in panic because it's already said and done. But if I could go back in time, I'd probably do something else if I could go back in time. But anyway. So that was my intermission for story time. Guys, maybe it's telling me that we need to end the stream. Are you kidding me? This is the problem with my camera. It's like I'm thinking you guys can probably still hear me, but you can't see me. There we go. I don't even think it's the wires anymore. I think it's the input on my camera, which sucks because if I send it out to get fixed, how am I going to do my live streams? They usually take a while to fix it. There's 3 upcoming dates for different locations for what? I guess I missed some of the comment section there. That's right. It's meant to live in your memory. And I've got a super strong memory for nostalgia too. But it's always good to go back and look at some of those old pictures and old movies. And like, I've got so many of them too. Someday when I get the right presentation, I'm going to do an entire video and talk about like my childhood or some of the video to go with it. And I think that might be really fun. The Veg Fest in late summer. I think that's what happened when I went the first time. It was around the same time as there was a Veg Fest, but I went there to see the other thing and I missed it. But that's okay. Where did I go? I think I went to Bethlehem Veg Fest. I did. Which is totally not anywhere near Pittsburgh. When's the last time I shaved? You can probably find it through my YouTube videos. Just go back to when I had a clean shaven face, and that was the last time I shaved. And I will shave it off again at some point. But right now I'm trying to get that lumberjack kind of look going. I don't know. Since I brought up the cemetery from Walking Dead, you had a dream that me and Rachel got married there. That's a funny dream. Why am I losing? Am I that far behind? Oh. My other screen's going black, but I think that's just catching up for when I lost connection. I had a really weird dream about the, I don't know, maybe I could share this with you too. ZZ Top is auditioning for a new bass player who's the only guy from ZZ Top that doesn't have a beard and his last name is Beard. That wouldn't be me. I'd have the beard. I never really liked having a beard, to be honest with you. It's just, I really hate shaving. But, I like the clean shaven face, but I just hate shaving all the time. More story time. Okay. Oh wait, I wanted to tell you. I kind of want to, like, I was just telling this story to somebody recently, and this is like, if you guys like things that are really profound, like you like to think about, like when I think of the universe and I think of the stars in the sky, you can really start thinking, like, it's just, it blows your mind. It's like, you can't even fathom some of it. And it's just, I've always been like that. And I don't know, some of you might be like that too, where you start thinking about things like the distance away and the time that has gone by. But then I watched this YouTube video where they showed like a sped up version of the universe. And, you know, based on the science that we have now and the physics and all of that stuff. So who knows if it's like actually going to happen like that, but this is what they have right now. And just listening to the end of this video, I had to put it in words, and I saved it in the notes part of my phone, just because every once in a while I like to reread it, just like I like to watch the video of Carl Sagan in his monologue on the pale blue dot. I think it's very profound in perspective, but I'll read this to you, and you got to think about, like, so when we get into astronomy and stuff, and the fact that, well, the theory that we, after the Big Bang, we've been here for roughly 14 billion years. The universe, the Earth has been here for about 5 billion. And that's even unfathomable to think of, like in your head, you can't even fathom a billion. It's just, you know, like Einstein, Stephen, you can't do it. Stephen Hawking, it's just too much for the human brain to fathom a number that big. I mean, we can fathom 100, or, you know, and even in increments of time. Like, I can fathom 50 years, a half of a century, because I've been alive for almost that time. So I know how long I've been alive, and I know about how long half a century is. So I can kind of fathom how much 100 years is. You can't fathom how much a billion years is. You just can't do it. It's, so when I tell you this, it's like the only difference between now and billions of years from now is time. It's still, the space is going to be the same, but it's just the time and the place. But anyways, let me read this to you if you guys are interested. I think it's crazy, but this is what, oh wait, maybe I can't read it to you. My notes aren't coming up. Hold on, let me close out and come back. If I lost all, okay, let me try that one more time. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm going to read this with my reading glasses so I don't mess it up. This isn't my video. This is another video. I wish I saved the video on here so you guys could reference it, but I'm sure you could find it. And it's got, like, it's a really well done video. But I just took the last paragraph of what he says and put it in here. It's just something to think about. Perspective. Ready? Here we go. Okay, here we go. 1,000 trillion, 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 trillion years from now. That's a lot of trillions. We haven't even, the universe hasn't even been around for 1 trillion. And we have 1,000, all of those trillions. That's, you can't even imagine that. That's what I'm trying to say with a billion, let alone this much. But that many years from now, the very last remnants of the very last stars will decay to nothing. Everything will reach the same temperature. The story of our universe finally comes to an end. For the very first time in its life, the universe will become permanent and unchanging. Entropy finally stops increasing because the cosmos cannot get any more disordered. Nothing happens, and it keeps not happening forever. That blew my mind. That is crazy. Nothing happens, and it keeps happening forever. Forever. That's just, someday that will reach that point. That's what's in my mind. It's an unfathomable thing to even think about how far in the future that would be. But at some point in time, that would be no different from right now to right then. The only thing different is the amount of time in between. That point will come and everything will, I mean, it's going to happen, but it's just like, that's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking. Oh boy. It might be depressing, but that'll be long after we're gone. Maybe our consciousness will be still floating around somewhere. And we won't know the dimension of time. We could be there right now. Yes. Maybe I'll take that and I'll copy and paste that and I'll put it in the description of this video in case you guys ever want to go back and read it. Maybe I'll even label this video. Or you could just go watch the original video. I'd give mad props to them, but I don't know who they are. I watched this years ago, but it was fun. It was just like, I think it was called like the end of time in fast motion. And it showed it showed like, in real quick time, like the earth, like coming to an end in the solar system and all of that stuff. It goes through everything. It says black holes coming and going, galaxies coming and going till there's no more matter. Everything is, yeah. Right. But right now things are happening. So let's get back to the present. The present, you could go out there and think about looking up at the stars and know that the light left that star so many thousands, hundreds of thousands of years ago, and it's finally getting to us now. And there's some stars that we're looking at right now, and we look at that light in the past. And some of those stars that we're looking at are, they're gone. They don't exist anymore. They blew up a long time ago, but it takes that long for light to hit our eyes. The end of my TED Talk. Anyway, I was really interested in astronomy and stars and all that stuff, so we saw a supernova, I think, in 1987. And with a supernova, all the neutrinos are... There's a neutrino detector in Japan. I think it's a mile underground, and it's the cleanest water. And all these little detectors. Neutrinos are so small, they will pass through your body, through Earth, through the other side. And this little thing, these little receptors in this water in Japan will recognize a neutrino going through it. So they will detect a neutrino. And in 1987, I think that's when that happened. More trivia? More trivia. All right, we'll do a few more trivia, and then I'm going to go make some food. I'm getting a little bit hungry. I should have brought that oat milk down here with a bowl, and I'd be eating a bowl of granola while we told these campfire stories. Okay, TV. Okay, here, 50-50 if you guys are going to get this. Animaniacs featured characters from which studio? Disney or Warner Brothers? What's for dinner? Scotty wants to know what's for dinner. Scotty, I want to know what's for dinner too. I don't know. I'm going to have to go up there and look. Warner Brothers. Okay. We'll go to another card. If I see something really fun, like this one right here. Okay, here we go. Which young actor saw dead people in 1999? Stuttering Stanley, Stuttering Stanley, Stuttering Stanley. Oh, I know this one too. Yes. We're doing it. Yep, you guys got it right. The boy from The Sixth Sense. That's what we're talking about. That's what they're asking. The actor that was in The Sixth Sense. And you guys got it. Mike got it. AJ got it. Marky got it. It's Haley Joel Osment. I see dead people all the time. It's like, why are you whispering, dude? Oh, it's because you're actually talking to a dead person. Don't give it away, Chris. Watch that movie if you haven't. It's really good. It is M. Night Shyamalan's best movie. It is. It really is. And Donnie Wahlberg is in it. And I didn't know it was him. And when I found out it was him, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's New Kids on the Block. We're going to... Okay, I like this. I actually reference this one a lot whenever I'm thinking of like scary things and stuff. But let's see who else knows this. In the 1990 movie Flatliners, what is the name of the bullied boy who appears to Nelson in the afterlife? What's his name? He wears that little red hoodie. You know a movie by M. Night that I like that a lot of people didn't like? In fact, everybody in the movie theater that I saw it with, they were all coming out like, that was a waste of time. And I was like, I actually really liked it. Was The Village. I liked The Village. Not Ricky. Hey, Ricky. Maybe I'll have to give you guys the answer. He was that little kid up in the tree. They were throwing rocks at him with the red hoodie on, and his first name is Billy. Billy. Signs was okay. I think it was actually. I like the part where Joaquin and Mel Gibson are outside and he's like, just run around the house and just, like threaten them, scare them. And he was a pastor or something. So he didn't want to swear. So he's running around the house saying things that are like, that he thinks are mean but they're just funny and silly. And I forgot exactly what he said, but it was funny, I thought. Anyway, I'll just give you the answer. It's Billy Mahoney. I guess I was the only one that knew that one. Billy Mahoney. Let's see if we got two more, and then I'm going to get going. We got to find a good one, right? Ooh, here's a good one. I didn't even read the question. I just read the answer. Okay, this isn't vegan, but I'm reading it. This is, okay, who said this? Somebody, quote, said, I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. You guys all know that, right? I see Astor got it right. Yep. Dr. Lecter. Hannibal Lecter. Silence of the Lambs. Here's a Mandela effect about the Silence of the Lambs. Dr. Hannibal Lecter never in the movie says, hello, Clarice, like everybody thinks he says. He never says it. Let's see. I don't want to do years because that's like, you got to come up with the exact year. I want to come up with a better. I want a good one. I want a good one. Does anybody like Radiohead? No, that's a choose your own adventure. Oh wait, how about this one? This one, we're going back to the 90s with this one. And I will admit, okay, hold on. Here we go. Ready? This is TV, by the way. What was the name of the diner in Beverly Hills 90210? I don't even need to. I'll tell you a story about that too, real quick, and then I'll end it. And the live stream, that is, guys. Jeez. You guys don't know? There we go. The Peach Pit with Nat. The Peach Pit. That's right. Okay, so when I moved to Florida when I was 19 with my friends, you know, like, I don't know, I thought I was cool. I was a skateboarder. Like, this is back in 95. I was, you know, like, I met some other skateboarders, and then this one skater, he was like, "Oh, I gotta get home. I gotta watch a show." I'm like, "Well, I'll come with you." Like he's okay, but I'm gonna watch 90210, and I'm like, "What? That's stupid." And I was like, "I'm not gonna watch that." And he's like, "Oh, well, I watch it." I'm like, so I watched it with him. We watched 90210. I watched one episode, and then I was hooked. And we watched all of them, and I was like, "What's David and Donna and everybody doing? Like, what's going to happen next? You know, like Dylan's coming over." And it's like, next thing I knew, I was addicted to 90210, and I had to see all of them, and I had to catch up on every episode that I've never seen before, and I was like hooked on 90210. True story. And then I made a little video with my friends, like a little 90210 spoof where like they were characters from, we're never going to watch that. But anyway, 90210. It's a good show. I never watched the new one that I think they redid it. I never watched that, but the original one with all the original cast, good show. Good show. It was one of those things where like, you know, you got addicted to. And then you were like that with General Hospital? I'd probably be the same way. I never wanted to watch soap operas because my mom would watch them when I was little and be like, "Mom, I want to watch cartoons." You know, and then, "Come on, this is boring." Anyway, that's it. Have a great night. Watch out for zombies. I'll see you guys again soon. And nothing. That's it. See you guys later.